Hey guys, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing Star versus the Forces of Evil, the whole entire series. I'm reviewing the series of Star versus the Forces of Evil. I did this with Adventure Time, and I also did a few other videos on Adventure Time. And I'm gonna do the same with Star versus the Forces of Evil. I'm gonna do this review on the whole season, and then what is it? I'm gonna do the top episodes. Maybe not top 10 necessarily, but top episodes. My top episodes, I should say. I would do top songs, but there's not really much songs in there, so you know. But anyways, let's go into my review of the series of Star versus the Forces of Evil. Was it good or bad? How did I feel about it? And more. So, first off, on the good or bad thing, I say it was pretty good. It wasn't like necessarily super good, but it was pretty good. Let's talk about the seasons, what happened, what was good and what was wrong. So, let's talk about what was wrong first. So, what was wrong in this show was a similar thing that they did in Adventure Time, I thought, where they had too much random episodes. They could have focused on certain plot lines, but a lot of their episodes were just like super random and just like, oh, let's put this out, let's put this out. I don't mind episodes like that, but I'd rather have you focus on certain plot lines rather than just random episodes. It always just annoys me when you have like such good plot lines and stuff like that, but then you're just like, let's waste all our time on these random episodes so we can only do the plot line in like 20 minutes at the end, which is ridiculous. You know, it's just stupid. I feel like you need better episodes and less randomness. You need to focus more on the plot line so we can actually get a full story without having to rush it at the end. And I feel like Star vs. the Force Evil does that a lot. They rush it at the end. They rush it into like 2 episodes, and they're just like, let's just rush in 2 episodes, and then it's finished. I'm just saying, it's kind of dumb. I really like the plot lines of Star vs. the Force Evil. I could, like, there's a few things I would have changed, but you need to have more time and stop doing all these, like, I don't mind the ridiculous episodes, okay? I don't mind them. Some of them are actually really good. One of them is actually one of my favorites, or a few of them actually are some of my favorites. Those are the ones where Marco goes to the Never Zone. Those are actually my favorite ones. But at the same time, I feel like we need more time to the actual plot line, which is very disappointing in a lot of Star vs. Force Evil, because we got a lot of random episodes, and then we got like maybe 3 or 5 episodes of plot line in like a season, which is kind of dumb. And then we got like slight hints to a plot line in the season in a whole, which is just kind of dumb, to be honest. So that's my biggest complaint with Star vs. Force Evil, is that it has the same thing Adventure Time does. It has great plot lines, but just a super amount of random episodes that are just kind of like, why do we need that? Why do we need that random episode? Why can't we just show the plot line? Like, why do we need that? You know, it's just kind of like that. You know, it just has too much randomness to it when it should focus more on the plot line instead of rushing the plot line, in my personal opinion. So that's my biggest complaint about it. Um, any other complaints I have about it? Let's see. Uh, I would say like some parts of the story are pretty meh, like the whole shipping aspect and stuff like that. But I guess they are teenagers, so it doesn't really matter that much. And the whole ending where Star runs to Marco because they're meant to be together, like they're teenagers, they'll probably break up in like a year or two. I'm just saying, I'm sorry to say, but when you're a kid and you start dating someone, sometimes it just doesn't work out, you know. It's just not likely you're going to be dating that person forever. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you'll find your high school sweetheart, but the majority of the time, you won't. I'm just saying. But, the whole relationship drama and stuff like that, I didn't really care for that much, to be honest. I don't really care for relationship drama on any show. I only have one ship that's always my favorite ship, and that is Raven and Beast Boy. I'm just saying, that's the only ship that matters, and that will be always. Every other ship I don't really give a crap about, to be honest. But I guess it was interesting to see what was happening, and I guess it was like realistic to an extent because I know teenagers do that a lot. um. So yeah, like it was it's interesting to say the least, I guess. So anything else wrong with it? Uh, some of the plot lines, like some of the things, just ended kind of poorly, especially the last episode. To be honest, I feel like it should have been like an hour episode, but it was only like a half an hour episode, and it ended really poorly. Like some plot lines do not get fully fleshed out. Like some things just get left behind. There's like, oh, this might happen, but then it just gets left behind. So it's like, oh, we're not talking about that anymore. That's not gonna happen. It's kind of stupid, you know. It's just like, oh, this might happen, but it's not gonna happen anymore. So just let's just sweep that under the rug and pretend we didn't talk about it. You know, it's just kind of dumb. Like Marco's monster arm, and like I really thought Marco would be a villain of the story eventually, and that would have been awesome to see. Or how about the fact that Marco got impaled by a unicorn? A lot of people said that, like, well, obviously it's because he fell into the magic and the magic healed it. Does the magic heal physical wounds? I don't know if it does. We never got that clarification, and plus, it didn't seem like it healed it because he just zipped up and it was like still it was gone. I feel like the magic wouldn't be able to heal that well unless he like totally washed himself in it, you know. And even if he did, does the magic heal full wounds? And why didn't that hurt him more? He literally got impaled. You know, I'm just saying, that's really dumb. Your guts would start being like leaking out and stuff. You should be bleeding. But maybe it's like cauterized with magic or something like that. I guess I'm not sure. But whatever. That leads to nothing at all. It'd be cool to see like a movie or something where that has like an effect in it or something like that, but it doesn't. I guess whatever. So that's like another plot line. So like the whole Marco thing, like gonna be evil, the monster arm thing. They reference it, and sadly they never use it. I feel like that would have been a really cool plot line to see. Um, and there's a few other plot lines that I can't really remember, but there are plot lines that they never used, which is kind of sad. Uh, as I already said, some of the endings were lackluster, to be honest. Like the whole, like the, like I really enjoy the endings of the shows. Usually, like the finales of the shows, or sometimes the beginning, depending on what you're looking at. But sometimes they're just like kind of lackluster at the end. Like the ending of the episode, like the very ending of the series was very lackluster to me. Like I just felt like it should have been longer and there should have been more in it, but it just kind of finished quick because they always rush this stuff. They're always just like, let's get it done in like the last 4 episodes. Let's just get it done. You know, it's just kind of dumb. You know, I feel like there should have been more weight to it, more stuff to it. Uh, yeah, I just think that should have been that's what should have happened. Um, let's see. Uh, there's obviously other stuff in there, like other endings that I didn't really get. Like I got like what it was, but I didn't really like enjoy it that much. Like the whole Finding Moon thing, really fast. The whole moon thing disappearing in the first place. I feel like that should have been Marco. I'll leave a video in the link below if you want to see my whole thing about about season 3. I made a whole thing where I said like how I feel like it should have went down. I'll leave that in the link below, just so you can watch it because I feel like that season 3 should have been different, even though I still love the season 3. But yeah, like everything, like things get rushed a lot in the show, just so they can have like kind of dumb episodes. To be honest, like some of the episodes are like really plain to just like meh. Like, why did I even watch that? I could have just skipped that episode, you know? It's just, it's kind of annoying sometimes to see, like, these plot lines go to waste. But, anything else bad about the show? Voice acting's pretty good. Character design, pretty good for the most part. Um, animation's pretty good for the most part. So I guess there's nothing really bad about the show else, I guess. But that's all the bad stuff, in my personal opinion. So let's go to the good stuff. The good stuff is that the show has really good endings, except for maybe the last one, which could have been expanded on. Sadly, they're rushed, but they're really good. They have like really good plot lines that lead up to something actually good, except for a few. But yeah, the plot lines are awesome. Like the plot line with Toffee was awesome. My favorite one had to be season 3 with Meteora. Like the whole plot line, like I think it started in season 1 where she was going after Princess Turdina, and then at the end she's just like, "Oh, I'm a butterfly. I'm gonna take over the whole castle," sort of thing. That was awesome. I really love that plot line. Again, the way I think it should have happened is in the link below. The video is in the link below. Because I think it should have happened in a totally different way, but I still loved it because it was probably my favorite villain and stuff like that, to be honest. So yeah, like the plot lines are on point for the most part. The characters are pretty damn cool, except for maybe a few that are kind of useless. My favorite character in the whole thing has to be Marco. My boy Marco has to be my favorite character because, he's my boy Marco. And then Jana has to be my second favorite because, she's just weird. And who doesn't like a weird girl? So yeah, characters are pretty good. Some of them are just kind of like throwaway characters, like all the characters from season 1 and season 2 pretty much. But it's pretty good with characters. Um, It's pretty progressive, I guess. They have some same-sex couples kissing and stuff like that, Who really cares? But, it's cool, I guess. That's cool. What else is good about this show? I guess it's just a good show in general. I did watch the whole show, and I did feel interest in the whole show, so for the most part, except for some of the episodes, obviously. But yeah, man, like season 3 is where I really got drawn into it, so I would say it's a pretty damn good show, and it's worth a watch. Although you might get slightly disappointed at the end. But yeah, like the show's pretty good. It's pretty good. It should have had some better things to it, but it's pretty good. What would I rate it? 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, 5 being average. I'm gonna rate it a 7.5. It's not exactly an 8, but it's not exactly a 7 because it's not as good as an 8, but it's not as bad as a 7. It's in the middle of an 8 and 7. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because it's pretty damn good, and I would suggest watching it. But there is a lot of it that you probably don't need to watch, and is probably going to bore you, to be honest. So I'd give it a 7.5. It's a pretty good show. Just not the best. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Link below to my Twitters. Go follow me. As always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, click on one of these videos. This one or this one. Or click here to subscribe because you love my content, you love my channel. Click the bell notification, of course. And of course, go to my Twitters, link below. One of these videos though, or subscribe. Twitters, follow. Alright, peace.